Hey, good morning, everybody. It is day 5 of our 21 days of prayer and fasting here at Covenant Church. I want to encourage you to stay intentionally committed to the fast that you've set before the Lord. I know the Lord has good things for us if we are faithful to His call. We already know He's been faithful to us, but let's remain faithful to Him. I want to give you a quick word this morning. In Hebrews chapter 6, we read this starting at verse 13. For when God made a promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself, saying, this is what God said to Abraham, surely blessing I will bless you, and multiplying I will multiply you. And so after he had patiently endured, he obtained the promise. That's a twofold thing there. God made a promise to Abraham, but Abraham had a working part in that also. He had to believe what God said and patiently endure. And that's what God is asking us to be patient to the promise that He's laid before us. He's already sent His Son Jesus. Jesus died, rose from the dead, and ascended into heaven. So He's already laid the pathwork for victory, and we can have that. But God says He has remained faithful. He made the promise. He would multiply him, and then he made the promise back, and that was the work that Abraham had to do. It said he patiently endured, and he obtained the promise, and that's what we have to do, patiently endure. So when it gets rough, keep going. When it's easy, keep going faster, but just stay on the path and keep doing what God told you to do. And this is what we have. If you skip down to verse 19, it says, this hope we have is an anchor of our soul. And that soul is the part of us that wants to go crazy when we're trying to follow Jesus. Our minds want to just go wherever. Our emotions are just haywire when our body lives in want. And our emotions can be all over the place from day to day, actually sometimes from minute to minute. But I want to encourage you to stay faithful to what the Lord said. Patiently endure, and it's going to come through. And let God's word be an anchor to your soul. He is faithful. All right, I want to challenge you with one more thing today before I go. Intentionally do something to spread joy into someone else's life. Intentionally do something to spread joy to someone else's life today. That's what God's called us to do. If you look in Isaiah, that is the fast that God called us to do, to give to those that are in need. So that's our challenge from God. I'm sharing that word with you. So let's run with it. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you soon.